You can talk to an AI all day, and sure, it's incredibly interesting.
Hmm.
But having an AI actually do your work, that's entirely different. Imagine sitting there just drinking your morning coffee. Meanwhile, your laptop quietly researches, drafts, and organizes your entire day's tasks, just running in the background.
I mean, that is the ultimate dream right there. It completely shifts your daily dynamic.
Hmm.
You move from being purely reactive to incredibly proactive.
Welcome to our deep dive. We're genuinely thrilled to have you here. You are a learner who deeply values your time. You want to cut through the massive information overload.
Exactly. There's just so much noise out there right now.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Mm.
Today's mission is decoding OpenClaw. It's a truly fascinating AI agent system. We're going to cover the simple local setup. We'll build workflows that actually save you hours. And we'll create a personalized digital second brain.
Right, and we're doing all of this without overcomplicating everything. We're keeping it extremely practical today. No unnecessary technical performances, just the vital mechanics you actually need to know.
Let's start with what OpenClaw actually is. It's not just another chatbot window.
No, not at all.
A standard chatbot just answers a single, isolated prompt. But OpenClaw is an entire autonomous agent system. It executes complex, multi-step goals over time.
It actively plans tasks and uses external tools. It just keeps moving toward a final result. You give it a broad, high-level objective,
Right.
and it breaks that massive objective down into smaller steps. It handles all the messy process while keeping the overall context completely intact.
It's like moving from a digital encyclopedia to a digital assembly line.
Oh, I like that.
It doesn't just give you facts, it actually builds tangible things for you.
That's a great way to visualize it.
Yeah.
But here is the biggest trap for eager beginners. They completely ruin the initial setup phase. They think they need a VPS immediately to run this thing.
Let's define that jargon quickly.
Yeah.
A VPS is a rented remote computer in a data center.
Exactly. People want to feel professional right away. They also rush out to buy wildly expensive hardware. They genuinely think they need a massive Mac Studio on day one.
Which is crazy.
Right. You absolutely do not need that kind of horsepower. The official guide has a beautifully simple solution. Just start local.
You just use the computer you already own.
Exactly. You run a default terminal install command. It's provided right there on their official website. Please don't customize anything on your very first day.
Just copy the exact commands.
Copy it, paste it, and run it. Simple as that.
I have a vulnerable admission to make here.
Yeah.
I still wrestle with overcomplicating my own tool setups instead of just using the defaults. I always want to tweak the underlying settings immediately.
Oh, we all do that. It's human nature to tinker. But tweaking early usually just breaks the delicate system. Get the foundation running perfectly first. If it installs without throwing red error codes, you are golden.
I've got to push back a bit here, though.
Okay, sure.
Why is running it locally on a dusty old laptop actually better than a powerful cloud server for a beginner?
It's vastly cheaper for one. Cloud servers bill you continuously. A local machine also has far fewer moving parts. You completely avoid massive server management headaches. You're supposed to be learning the AI agent, not learning complex Linux server administration.
Beat. So local means fewer moving parts and much easier troubleshooting.
Precisely. Keep it cheap, isolated, and incredibly simple.
So we've got this digital assembly line sitting on our desk. It's powered up and ready. But right now, it needs two critical things. It needs a brain to actually think, and it needs a mouth to speak to us.
Right. The brain is the specific AI model you choose to run. The mouth is simply your preferred messaging app.
Picking the right brain for your agent is crucial. It's where most beginners trip up.
They really do. They'll usually grab the absolute cheapest model available, or they try an overly complex local one that their laptop just can't handle.
Both of those paths are massive mistakes.
Yeah. You need a highly capable, strong general model first. It must follow complex instructions very well. Reliability matters so much more than cost at the start. You need to carefully check the speed and the API cost.
Here's where it gets really interesting. You connect it to a messaging app you already use every day.
Exactly.
You don't want a separate, clunky dashboard to manage.
Right, and that makes your daily testing much easier. You just go to your normal messaging platform, you create a very simple bot integration. The platform then gives you a unique API key.
Let's clarify that. An API key is a secret digital passcode letting two apps talk.
Perfect, yes. You must keep that key strictly private. You paste it securely into OpenClaw's settings. Then you connect your agent to a totally private channel.
You want to test this thing safely without bothering your coworkers or friends?
Exactly. Your very first test should be incredibly simple. Just type and send the word hello.
Just hello.
Just hello. Make sure the agent can actually read the incoming message. Make sure it can formulate and send a response back to you. It proves the basic pipeline works.
I'm looking at the sheer volume of tasks an agent handles. How do we balance the cost of a model with the intelligence needed for multi-step tasks?
Well, cheap models usually fail miserably at complex logic. They get hopelessly stuck in endless cognitive loops. They just repeat the same failed step forever.
Which is incredibly frustrating.
Very. And that wastes both your valuable time and your money. A reliable mid-tier model ultimately saves you money. It actually gets the job done correctly on the first attempt.
Smart enough to plan ahead, but cheap enough to test constantly.
Exactly. You have to find that sweet spot for your daily tasks. Sponsor.
We're back. We have the digital factory fully connected now. The lights are on.
Yep.
But we must give it actual, tangible work.
Yeah.
We need to move through task chains, building them layer by layer.
You definitely start with a basic beginner workflow. The absolute best starter project is an automated daily brief.
You pick one incredibly narrow topic.
Right.
Maybe you only want AI startup funding news at 8:00 a.m. sharp. You set a strict daily schedule. You let OpenClaw autonomously research and format it for you.
But you have to tell it exactly what to look for. You specify the exact bullet point format you want. If the morning brief is too long and rambling, adjust your initial prompt.
Then we naturally move up to the intermediate level.
Right.
We turn that raw morning research into genuinely usable content.
You take that polished morning brief, you have OpenClaw automatically draft a crisp 200-word LinkedIn post based on the findings. Now, one single workflow is doing two entirely separate jobs.
But you absolutely must fix the research input first. Bad input practically guarantees a terrible output.
Always. Garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
Don't ask it for 5 different content formats at once. Start with just one short, punchy post. Perfect that flow first.
Then we finally reach the advanced task chains.
This is the fun part.
This is where OpenClaw truly shines as a system. You chain multiple complex tasks together in a sequential flow.
It can research the latest industry news. It can pick the single most impactful update. You can draft a comprehensive post about it. It can save that text draft directly into your personal notes. And finally, it sends it to you for a final review.
It handles the entire multi-step sequence perfectly. But in these massive advanced chains, at what specific point is human intervention absolutely required?
Human review must happen before any actual publication. Never let an AI send anything outside your private setup completely unreviewed. You must check the underlying facts and the overall tone first.
E-beat. Always review the draft before the AI publishes anything outside.
Yes. Treat it exactly like a first draft from an eager intern. It needs a manager's final approval.
These generic workflows are a wonderful place to start, but OpenClaw's true power unlocks with deep personalization. The system needs to map directly to your specific daily chaos.
You really don't want someone else's optimized workflow. You genuinely need your own custom solutions.
You discover these perfect use cases by brain dumping your actual life.
Yeah.
You strictly track your daily tasks for one full workday. You write down every single boring, repetitive thing you do.
You paste that messy list directly into OpenClaw. Then you deploy a brilliant technique called reverse prompting. Instead of eagerly telling it what to do, you ask it.
You ask the agent to critically analyze your day and suggest 10 automations.
Right.
I've got a pushback here, though. Why is reverse prompting more effective than just Googling best AI automations and copying someone else?
Well, Googling mostly gives you abstract theoretical workflows. Reverse prompting builds specific tools around your actual boring habits. It targets and solves your highly specific daily friction points.
Beat, tell it your habits.
Yeah.
And let it suggest the exact automations.
It works like absolute magic every single time you do it.
Then you use Discord to beautifully organize everything. You set up a completely private, isolated server just for yourself. You create very specific topic channels for your automated work.
You might have one dedicated channel for deep research, another channel entirely for content drafts, one for urgent system alerts, and one clean channel for a curated daily digest.
One channel's automated output simply triggers the very next step.
Whoa.
Imagine turning a blank Discord server into a fully automated searchable second brain.
What's fascinating here is how incredibly clean the data stays. You don't constantly lose important things in one endless, messy chat thread. Everything has a logical home.
You also have OpenClaw build a customized mission control dashboard.
Right.
It neatly tracks your calendar events, memory logs, important documents, and team updates.
It gives the autonomous system a proper, structured workspace. It naturally grows and evolves along with your personal workflow.
As the agent handles more of your digital life, things change. It needs to remember past context efficiently, but it also absolutely requires very strict, unbreakable boundaries. The
Absolutely.
way to keep your digital life completely safe.
We really need to talk about skills first. A skill is essentially a reusable custom instruction file. You patiently teach OpenClaw a complex task once. It saves that exact method as a skill to use again later.
That sounds incredibly useful for repetitive weekly tasks.
It absolutely is. But I need to be very serious here for a moment. Never blindly install third-party skills you randomly found on the internet.
You have OpenClaw thoroughly inspect them for you instead. You ask the agent to rebuild the downloaded skills safely from scratch.
Exactly. Do not ever trust the original unverified file. Then we also have to consider the agent's internal memory system. Don't force it to save absolutely every minor interaction.
The source material strongly recommends daily journal entries. OpenClaw quietly logs only the most important decisions or completed tasks.
It keeps a very clean, highly searchable record of your days. You can periodically review the journal file and clean it up manually.
Then we inevitably hit the topic of system security. The absolute golden rule here is least privilege access. Give the agent only the bare minimum access it truly needs.
Use entirely separate test accounts when you begin exploring. Keep your sensitive API keys completely private. Always keep a human in the loop for any outside actions.
I'm trying to wrap my head around the threat model. What makes a third-party AI skill file so uniquely dangerous compared to standard software?
Standard software is compiled and generally somewhat predictable. Agent skills are literally just plain text instructions. Because the agent reads them like normal prompts, malicious text can easily trick your agent into quietly deleting files.
Wow.
Yeah, they could subtly expose your private keys to an external server.
They are raw instructions that could easily hijack your entire system.
That is exactly the hidden risk. You must remain disciplined.
Things will inevitably break as you build these systems. We need to know exactly how to fix them efficiently. We also need to look at where this specific technology is heading next.
Definitely.
I want you to be fully prepared for the shift.
Effective troubleshooting is an entire mindset. Don't wildly rewrite your entire complex system when it fails. Methodically check one single layer at a time.
Check the core software install first. Then test the AI model itself. Then thoroughly check the messaging app integration.
Then carefully look at your original prompt. Weak, vague prompts always create terrible, unusable results. Finally, check your overall workflow size. You might have simply added way too many complex steps too quickly.
So what does this all mean? Where is all this agent technology ultimately going?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the future is incredibly clear. Fully local models are at the absolute endgame here.
Let's clearly define that concept. A local model is an AI brain running entirely on your physical computer.
Right. They offer you significantly more granular control. You have total unbreakable data privacy. There are zero ongoing per-prompt cloud costs. No massive tech corporation can suddenly change the restrictive rules on you.
The source material explicitly says do not panic buying new hardware right now, but you definitely should start learning how local models function today.
Just run a very small, efficient one on your current machine. Understand the underlying mechanics of how it processes data. Watch how incredibly fast the open source space is improving.
Why will local models eventually replace massive cloud APIs for systems like OpenClaw?
Because running it quietly on your own hardware means true, absolute independence. A distant corporation cannot suddenly raise your API prices or secretly view your private data.
Beat total control, zero recurring costs, and absolutely complete privacy.
That is the ultimate beautiful goal of the entire agent era.
Let's clearly distill the core philosophy we've explored here today. OpenClaw is definitely not just another simple application. It's a fundamental paradigm shift in how we interact with computers.
Yeah, it really is.
We are rapidly moving from a reactive, isolated chat window to a highly proactive digital worker.
But it truly only succeeds if you are incredibly patient with it. You must build the system methodically, just one step at a time. You must strictly define its operational boundaries. And you really should start building it locally.
You have to carefully guide its early development. You have to consistently review its daily work.
You are the strategic manager now. The agent is your tireless, eager intern.
We really want you to take some specific action today. Pick just one incredibly boring, highly repetitive task you track today. Try actively automating it locally tonight. Just one single small task.
Please don't try to build a massive, complex system immediately. Just get one satisfying small win today.
2-sec silence.
Ah.
If you successfully delegate all your mundane daily tasks to a digital brain running quietly on your desk, how will you choose to spend the mental bandwidth you just bought back? OTO music.